I'm sorry, I am back. Hello. Oh, we're back. Are we? I don't know. Not yet. Give me 1 second and then we'll be back. We are back in 3 seconds. 2 seconds and 1 second. That was longer than I thought. That was 5 minutes. Well, I got water. Cheers. I filled up 3 of these, put 2 of them in the fridge. Big old iron coconuts. And then I got myself a little snack. Oh my god. One of those rice discs. I don't know what you call them. I feel like inappropriate to call it a rice cracker. One of those rice discs. I put peanut butter on it and then a little bit of brown sugar. I've never done that. But I'm going to mute up so that you don't have to listen to that shit. Because that's just not great. I'm reminded just how many calories are in peanut butter. And it always blows my mind. Even more so, how many calories are in olive oil. That's just ridiculous. I'm not saying I'm going around counting my calories because I'm really not, but I'm definitely cognizant of how many are in the things that I consume to an extent. So that I can take it in some kind of moderation. The player will control a trick-or-treater moving around an arena. Man, I am really stuck on the whole 2D, 3D thing right now. But this is what we're going to do. Yeah. Player will control a trick-or-treater moving around an arena. Collecting as much candy as they can. As they can before the timer is up or the game is stopped. Players will be able to collect power-up items to use for themselves or against themselves or against other players. Against other players. Moving around and collect. The player will control a trick-or-treater moving around an arena to collect as much candy as they can before the timer is up. Timer is up or the game is stopped. Acquire items to use for themselves or against other players. Acquire items to use. Moving around an arena. There we go. And I think these... This is good. There's a timer, and there are items. Sick. Theme interpretation of found footage. Okay, I'm excited to kind of talk about this a little bit, honestly. So, found footage. Found footage. The setting for the game is a movie. The kids, a movie kids are watching after returning home from a night of candy pilfering. Around the neighborhood. So the setting of the game is actually the movie. Is a movie. After returning home, oh, this is good. So now I want to put it in the context, within the context, I like this, the way it started, of, oh, it's like different case. Oh yeah, that's 14. Within the context of a competitive context of within the context of a competitive candy collector. The footage, a movie is used as the setting of the game. This adds context to the timer mechanic, but also adds additional mechanics, such as play, fast forward, rewind, and stop as items or environmental the players as items that the players can use their advantage. That'd be cool. I think that would be really neat. So this is like a little... I would like the center of this HUD to be a timer going across the side. I think that would be really neat. Bump. And... No, I just think that would be really neat if you had like a timer going across the side of this. Just sounds interesting. To use to their advantage. The center of the player HUD will... Although I guess what would happen if it's a split screen top-down? I guess it'll always be a top-down. 3 players. 3 players split screen will just have a blank screen, I guess. And it supports up to 4 players would be cool. The center of the player HUD will... a remote. What footage item? Unplayed. The center. The center horizontal. The center horizontal bar of the HUD will be a timer. Video player element names. What are the elements of a 4? The toolbar. Is that a toolbar? Headline, this. Toolbar. The playtime track will be like a track. On most video players. Theme interpretation of found footage. That's the interpretation for the found footage idea. Now I want to have the theme interpretation for... That's really weird. I don't know what's going on there. 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 Okay. Theme interpretation for found footage. There we go. There's a little bit of space. Too much space there. Now the theme interpretation. Wow, that just doesn't... It doesn't look right, but it is right. Okay, there we go. There. Jeez, it's so odd. Ugh. Formatting is just so fun. Please. Maybe I need to do that, and then it does this. And then I erase, and then I tab, or double erase, and then tab. Nope. Is that how this is formed? Yeah, it is. Okay, good. So what are these called? Because I want to use every... I would appreciate using all of the themes. Additionally, we have the Mysterious Goo, Strange Devices, and Rat Hole, but those are called the... What are those called again? I just want to know the term that they used for that. That is my stream. I wanted to go to this. Boop. Additional modifiers, I think they were called. Optional modifiers. Yeah, optional modifiers. Okay. Optional modifiers. Interpretation. Which would be Mysterious Goo. Mysterious Goo! What else? Strange Device. Strange Devices. And Rat Hole. The setting for the game is a movie's... Yeah. The setting for the game is a movie that... Within the context of this competitive candy collector... Candy collecting game. Mysterious Goo, I think of interpretation. I think I need to add the setting down here instead. So if I do it here, yeah. Setting around the neighborhood. Within the context of this candy collecting game. The setting for game name is a movie that kids are watching. Context of this competitive candy collector. Within the context of the candy. This adds context to mechanics to the timer mechanic, but also adds context to a timer mechanic, but also this adds context to a timer, but also not mechanics as items can use to their advantage to a game timer. This adds context to a game timer, but also a play, fast forward, rewind, and stop. But also play, fast forward, rewind, and stop mechanics as items that the players can use to their advantage. The center of the player HUD will show a remote controller that show the footage. Center horizontal, typically seen on most video players. Okay, cool. And then I want to put my interpretation of this. Found footage. The setting for your game is a movie that kids are watching after returning home from a night of candy pilfering from the neighborhood. Is a found movie. Is a movie found footage. My interpretation of this is a VHS that was once missing, has since been located, and is now being enjoyed. Slash witnessed. The setting for game name is a movie that the kids are watching after returning home from a night of candy pilfering around the neighborhood. I think really it's just a loose context that, hey, the game is the movie, right? Like, I don't think that's sensational, but I think it fits. It's a movie that the setting for game name yeah, that's fine right now. Interpretation. Mysterious goo. Mysterious goo. Strange devices. Rat hole. Mysterious goo could be a green ichor. Icarus substance. One is to be fearful of. A contraption, a complex contraption whose Whose functions are unknown. Unknown. Rat hole. A hole? A door. I don't know, a pathway to the unknown. A pathway to the unknown. A dark, deep, and dark pathway to the unknown. I really like that. That's great. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to say hello to my wife, who has just returned home.